Sometimes that prompts you to make a big change. Sometimes you're able to do just little tweaks and changes that are going to improve things and help you to feel like your everyday choices are more in alignment with your values and the long-term vision that you have for your life. Welcome to The PA is In, the show created by PAs for PAs, where codependency with your supervising physician is a thing of the past, optimal team practice is the future, and physician associate has taken the place of physician assistant as the professional title of choice. I'm Tracy Bingaman, and I'm obsessed with redefining what success as a PA looks like and what it feels like. Here you'll find the mindset shifts, systems, and processes I use to escape healthcare burnout and integrate my work into my life. Work-life balance is a myth, and an integrated life where you thrive professionally, not a balancing act, is the goal here. My mission is to help you to grow into a unicorn PA who loves their job, has abundant energy, time to spare, and work-optional financial freedom. The PA is in. Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of The PA is In. Today, we're going to walk you through some exercises and prompts to help you identify if you're in a season where time, money, or energy are your greatest resource. Which of those three things, time, money, or energy, should you focus on protecting and cultivating and building more of into your life and into your work than the others? It's not that some are good and some are bad, but taking a step back and identifying what season you're in and being really intentional about figuring out what matters most to you during the season that you're in can help you to be a good steward of your time, of your money, and of your energy. I always think about life as a series of seasons, each bringing a different main value into the forefront. In some seasons, money becomes the king or the queen, and we're willing to trade our time for us. You see this a lot when you're just starting your career as a new graduate or when you're going through big changes like burnout or maybe making a job or a career change. It's the harsh reality of working in healthcare that sometimes people come out of school with a lot of student loans, and that almost mandates that money is the primary priority and that we be willing, whether by choice or by circumstance, to trade a bunch of our time in order to get more money so that we can make financial progress, so we can get to the point where we're in a season where we get to value our time and our energy more than the opportunity to make money. But here's the thing. Once you've achieved some level of fiscal success or financial stability, you might start to realize that time is your real treasure. Then there are seasons that come along where your time becomes the priority. Oftentimes, this comes on the heels of a big personal life change. A diagnosis, a relative moving closer, you get married or have children, you go through a season of life where the people and the experiences that you're having outside of work start to matter more. You'd gladly give up some of that hard-earned money that you were always willing to lean in and work so hard to get and earn and be given in order to get back some of those precious moments. The thing about time is that it's a non-renewable resource. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. Money, on the other hand, you can always find a way to earn more of. Seriously, who wants to bet that your local ER would hire you for a PRN position like that, and that you could work more to earn more money pretty easily given your experience and your clinical acumen? And then there is this wild card of energy, something that you arguably can generate more of, that working sometimes feels like it zaps, and having money can help you to buy back by outsourcing things that give you both time and energy. As we go through the different seasons of our life and of our career, let's keep in mind this profound truth about the way that we each get to choose, unique to us in the season that we're in, how we value time, money, and energy. The goal here is to find that sweet spot between chasing financial freedom, which you know I'm a fan of, and that independence that comes from not relying on a job or a paycheck, and preserving our two other most valuable assets and resources, time and energy. This episode is going to help you to make a conscious choice that aligns with that value, the things that you value most in the world. It will include some reflections and prompts to get those creative juices flowing. These are designed to help you determine what your biggest priority is during the season that you're in. This is an episode that I would encourage you to bookmark and come back to when you have big changes going on at work and in life. So let's dive in and help you to determine if in the season that you're in right now, you're valuing your time, your money, or your energy most. If you're often freezing at work, you need Scrubmates, the insulating underscrub to treat your shivering. Like a bear hugger for providers, these underscrubs will keep you warm even in the coldest environments. Scrubmates offers a sleeveless option approved for the OR, as well as long-sleeved options for those who work elsewhere. They even have a patent-pending pocket for your valuables. No more tying your rings to your scrub drawstrings. Life is too short to have goosebumps all day. A PA-founded company, Scrubmates is on a quest to make your day more comfortable with super soft, functional, and affordable scrubs and underscrubs. Head to wearscrubmates.com to fight the hospital freeze. Identifying whether time, money, or energy is your biggest priority can significantly impact both your personal and your professional life. Here are some prompts and tips and tracking ideas to help you to determine which of these resources is the most critical and coveted for you at the season when you are in. First, I want you to reflect on your current life and career stage and your goals. Time. If you're at a stage where spending quality time with family or focusing on personal hobbies and interests is crucial, time might be your priority. This is often the case for people who have taken some steps towards that financial stability and are looking to invest their valuable time into experiences and relationships. Money. When you're reflecting on your current life and career stage and taking a close look at those goals, if you're in a phase of building your career, if you're paying off debt, hi there, student loans, we see you, or saving for a significant purchase like a house or your kids' college education, money might be your top priority during this season. Financial goals often take precedence during the early and mid-career stages. Certainly, not everyone follows this career and financial trajectory, but as a general rule of thumb, money tends to be something that we prioritize earlier on while we're working to accumulate some wealth and get some wiggle room in our lives financially. Energy. If you find yourself constantly exhausted, unable to focus, or right now you're experiencing some mental or physical health issues, then energy management should probably be your main focus right now. Prioritizing and protecting your energy means investing in both activities and routines that enhance your physical and mental well-being. And when I say investing, I mean investing your time and your money into cultivating that energy, which exists on the other side of leaning in to wellness. Next up, I want to encourage you to evaluate your daily activities and stressors. When it comes to time, if you feel overwhelmed by a lack of free time or your schedule is so jam-packed with commitments, then time management and using tools like time blocking and building some healthy boundaries could be your primary concern at the moment. I want to encourage you to identify tasks that can be delegated to someone else or eliminated completely to free up your schedule. Now, when it comes to money, if financial stress is a significant burden that you're carrying right now, if there are things happening in your life like struggling to pay bills, or you're struggling against a negative cash flow every month, or you're worrying about your financial future and the security that you have around money, then money management might be your priority right now. Look into things like budgeting, saving, and investing, and maybe even take some time to find some income boosting strategies. Scroll on back to previous episodes. Check out the Back to Basics financial podcast episodes for some inspiration and also some very specific tips that are going to help you to create some positive momentum when it comes to your finances. And last but not least, energy. If you feel drained at the end of the day, if you're struggling with sleep or insomnia, or you're finding it hard to get or stay motivated, then focusing on not only conserving, but also boosting your energy is essential during the season that you're in. Consider making small lifestyle tweaks or big changes like improving your nutrition, implementing an exercise routine, and really focusing on sleep hygiene. Some of these things that boost our energy are not necessarily expensive, and they're pretty common sense. They're things that we probably know that we should be doing, but we've gotten so used to living in this energy deficit, in this deprived state where we're not sleeping well, where we're not eating well, where we're not moving our body in a way that feels life-giving to us, that energy deficit has just become the norm for us. Third, assess your emotional responses. Wah, wah, wah. This is the one that I struggle with the most. Time. If you often feel rushed, if you're anxious about deadlines, if you feel like deadlines are constantly looming and pressuring you, or if you feel guilty for not spending enough time with your loved ones or kids or partner or friends, your need for more time and more margin when it comes to your calendar is clear here. See if you can prioritize activities that provide you with relaxation and joy. I want you to be intentional and try to create some space in your calendar to help you avoid that rushed, haggard feeling of just having to go directly from one activity to the next or feeling anxious or that guilt. Money. If you feel like your emotions and your stressors are heavily influenced by your financial situation, such as feeling, heavily influenced or elated by extra income or distressed by things like unexpected expenses, money is a key focus area for you right now. And energy. If you feel frequently tired, irritable, overwhelmed, reactive, or defensive, then managing your energy, protecting that energy, generating more energy is a key for you right now. Think about stress management strategies. In fact, there is an episode with some specifics on how to complete the stress cycle. Think about mindfulness, maybe consider therapy to help you manage some of these emotions and these reactions, because I have found that in the seasons where I felt my energy was the most depleted, I was giving other people entirely too much power in terms of what they were saying or doing had a really significant impact on me. And it made me feel like I was a passenger in my own life as opposed to the one that was in the driver's seat. The next thing I want you to consider when you're thinking about this time, money, energy, sort of commodity or priority in your life is to analyze your long-term vision or goals. When you think about the future and the way you spend your time in the future, do you see yourself valuing specific things that you don't have time to do right now? When it comes to money, if your long-term vision includes significant financial goals like retiring early, achieving financial independence, traveling extensively, or securing that substantial nest egg so that you have a whole lot of FU money and you can walk away if needed, then money might be the thing that you want to focus on during this season. If your long-term vision involves maintaining this ongoing high level of productivity, of energetic sort of existence and mental clarity, especially in demanding environments. Does anyone feel like that just described inpatient medicine or even a busy outpatient practice where there are lots of demands on you and you have to be at your best in order to meet those demands? Maybe you need to prioritize your energy during this season. Have you ever wondered if your malpractice policy is providing you with enough coverage? Turns out that employers' policies protect their interest and not necessarily yours. CM&F Group offers personal liability protection that adapts to your growing, changing responsibilities, including state compacts and allowing for protection for practicing medicine across state lines. From telemedicine to license and HIPAA defense, if it's something that you need protection for, CM&F has you covered. PA students can even enjoy a completely free student policy from your first day as a student until you become a licensed PAC. In a climate where we are hyper aware of charting wording, covering ourselves, and constantly worried about practicing defensive medicine, you can't leave your liability coverage up to chance. Enjoy the peace of mind, exceptional customer service, and find the best comprehensive coverage that fits your practice at www.cmfgroup.com/thepaisin or click the link in the show notes. Then consider professional and personal trade-offs. Time. Evaluate whether trading money for more time would benefit your overall happiness and your state of well-being. For example, I feel like I use this example a lot. Would hiring a cleaner provide you with more time to do what you love? Are there things that are costing you time and draining your energy that you can outsource? Money. Consider if sacrificing some personal time or energy could lead to significant financial gains that align with your long-term goals. Identify if there is a specific financial goal within reach that you could, for a short-term cost of time, earn more money to achieve. And energy. Assess if investing your time and money in health and wellness, even if it means spending some of that money and time up front, would result in better long-term productivity and satisfaction. Now, because we work in medicine and because the show is a lot about healthcare, I don't want you to hear that word productivity and think RVUs or shifts worked or patients seen or your efficiency with charting at work. I want you to think about productivity in terms of, are you being productive and proliferative in the areas that you're most passionate about? Are you being present? And do you have the appropriate energy to show up well for the people and places and things that you are most passionate and that you care most deeply about? And last but not least, I want to encourage you to conduct a personal audit. Have you ever heard of that saying about how the simple act of measuring something means that we're going to do it better because we know that it's being tracked? I'm sure there is a much more concise way to say that, but just measuring these things and tracking them and saying, hey, how am I managing my time? How am I spending my money or earning money? How am I managing my energy throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, can help you to be more intentional about how you're spending that time, that money, and that energy. So track your time, whether through the use of a calendar or a specific log. Keep track of how you spend your days for a week. Identify areas where time is wasted, scrolling on your phone, or could be better utilized, and create an action plan around how you can spend that time more wisely. Monitor your finances. Use a budgeting app or have a budget. Track your income and your monthly expenses and determine if there's things that you're doing in terms of spending money, earning money that are causing stress in this area, or maybe you'll find out that you're doing great. And if so, keep up the good work. Check in on your energy levels. Keep a journal of your energy levels throughout the day. Note what specific activities drain or boost your energy. My morning journaling practice right now includes a prompt where it asks me what energized me the day before. At the end of the week, then it asks you to review patterns and see, are there specific things that are draining your energy throughout the week or boosting your energy? And then can you be intentional about incorporating more of the things that boost your energy and eliminating those things that regularly, consistently make you feel like Eeyore? Identifying your priority between time, money, and energy is something that requires introspection. An honest evaluation of your current life stages, your daily activities, your emotional responses, that long-term vision that you have for your life, and those personal and professional trade-offs. Yes, this takes both time and intentionality. It's also crucial. If you're feeling drained or overwhelmed or just like something is off and you feel out of alignment, it could be that you've moved into a season where you're hungry to be prioritizing a different element, but the logistics and the actual day-to-day of your calendar, your life, your time, your money, your earnings have lagged behind that alignment. So sometimes there's something deep inside of us that knows that we're ready to prioritize something different than we have. But we have, as a creature of habit, continued to live this life where we're signing up for extra shifts. Like, let's say we're in a season where money is a priority and we're switching to a season where time matters most. When you're in that season where money is that priority, when you're hustling towards those specific financial goals, when you're trying to make a dent in those student loan balances, when you're saving for a wedding, when you're buying a house, when you're doing some of these big milestones that often have rather large price tags attached, you're the one who's negotiating for more. You're the one who's signing up to work extra shifts. You're the one who's taking extra call. You're the one who's filling in for coworkers while they're on vacation. And then you switch to this season where you want to prioritize time, but your default is to automatically be working harder to earn more money. And what you're craving is quality time or stillness or slowness or specific experiences or interactions or relationships where you can prioritize that time. During this season where your body and your mind want to prioritize the time, but you're still leaning into the money, you will feel out of whack. You might feel adrift, or you might just feel like things don't feel like they're clicking, or just like one of those days where you wake up and you feel like something is off. By doing these exercises and by understanding what matters most to you, you can make an informed decision that enhances your life and improves your well-being and your satisfaction in your life and in your career. Sometimes that prompts you to make a big change. Sometimes you're able to do just little tweaks and changes that are going to improve things and help you to feel like your everyday choices are more in alignment with your values and the long-term vision that you have for your life. I hope that this episode brought some clarity to your life, or at a minimum, that it got you thinking about your specific priorities, that it encouraged you to be intentional and thoughtful about the things that you're prioritizing right now, and that sort of the status quo, if you're feeling like something is off, that you should become a little bit of a detective and question everything and wonder if the choices that you're making maybe don't align with the values that you're holding in your life and in this season right now. And that's all for today. This PA is out. Congratulations, you've just joined an awesome club. By listening to a full episode of The PA is In, you are officially on the Unicorn PA team. Welcome aboard. What most team members do is they subscribe to the podcast because that allows them to automatically get the latest episode of the show. The life of your dreams exists on the other side of taking action. Keep making small shifts and keep getting better. Your life will improve, your career will soar, and you will have the confidence you need to create your own success. I will see you in the next episode. This PA is out.